Well, most students across the province head back to classroom today, and last week students attended orientation, and those sessions included addressing racism in BC schools. Joining us now to continue the conversation on this topic every Monday at 7:40 is Stephanie Allen with the Federation of Black Canadians. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
So this seems like a good step forward because, not only is COVID-19 top of mind at school right now, but racism needs to be front and center as well. So what have you been hearing about how this went?
Well, I think the initial conversations are positive, right? We're seeing a real intentional move towards curriculum and discussions in the classroom about systemic racism. And I think that's a relief for parents who are, have been struggling and battling this conversation for a long time. Broadly speaking, we're also seeing that, some students who are attending online classes, parents are now able to kind of hear what's happening in these virtual classrooms and the incidents of racism or discrimination that are happening. We know we have a long way to go still, but I think these are the right moves. These are the right steps. And as we build out curriculum that really acknowledges the contributions of people of all backgrounds, we're going to see some shifts, I hope.
And we know school districts have promised to address systemic racism this year. The province has already implemented a task force. I believe they have had some meetings over the summer. So what would your advice be as this first official week kicks off in BC?
Well, I think there's a lot of work to be done both through the administrative aspects of schools as well as in the curriculum. How are administrations addressing incidents of bullying, incidents of racism and targeted kind of problems in the room? How are they teaching and really contextualizing the contributions and histories of peoples that have been in Canada besides European backgrounds? We want to see, and then an audit of their own practices, of their own approaches. Representation through teaching, through principals, through people in senior levels. I mean, those things really matter. Having people with those backgrounds to really have the analysis and represent and bring additional context and creativity to the way we form curriculum and the way that we administer and address the issues that we're facing in schools.
And we'll likely revisit this topic in a few weeks to see how it's going. I wanted to get into workplace initiatives as well this morning. We've been talking for months now about workplace equality, workplace diversity, and last week the federal government announced a $200 million program to promote Black entrepreneurship, and this looks like a positive step on the surface. So what is your response to this?
Yeah, it is a positive step. I think what we have always known is that a lot of people of African descent start small businesses, are entrepreneurs because of their challenge accessing jobs. And it's been a real important aspect of Black economic development in Canada for over 100 years. So the fact that this funding is coming out is really important. It provides small loans up to $250,000. It's going to document and research Black entrepreneurship in Canada, and even our local credit union, Vancity, is involved, who has been a strong partner of the Black community over time. And what I think it really hits home for me, because this is personal. I have a lot of people in my family, my mother included, who started small businesses, were ready to grow to the next level, but could not access funding and financing because of discriminatory policies and discriminatory lending regulations. So this is a move that really highlights the need that Black Canadians face and struggle to face in order to create economic well-being in our communities.
Wow, very eye-opening and interesting to hear the story about your mom, Steph. We are out of time, but thank you so much again for joining us this morning, and we'll see you next Monday at 7:40.
Thanks, Mary.
That is Stephanie Allen with the Federation of Black Canadians, who joins us every Monday at 7:40 to talk about systemic racism in Canada. We will post this